I made a commitment yesterday to digital detox and hit the beach and get some sunshine, which is the first day's commitment since the 16th of January. But what I think what's also been clear off the back of that is that, you know, I had a personal trainer for 3.5 months before COVID hit. I was like a machine, really healthy, all down pod. Let's say things have slipped a little bit since, and there's no better indication. I'm not going to show you right now, but I've been incredibly sunburnt. You probably see the redness here. But I've got white lines, thin white lines. Do you know where I've been sat down and there's the insulation has just gone over so much. So I never used to. I've never had white lines from insulation. Yeah. So that's maybe I don't think we have
what we call a British zebra.
Yeah. Indeed, but yeah, let's get on board. Yeah, show us. I mean, how can people get on board with this, Alex?
Well, in 100k in May, and just to be clear, although everyone has completed the challenge, there's been plenty of people having a beer at the end of the night and then posting a picture of them with a Heineken. So they might have done 8k during the day, and like they're topping over the beer. And I was thinking, we're drinking beer and we're running. It felt a bit like an alcoholics running club at one point, but it's a challenge. But what my point is, it's not really serious. It's obviously free. It's a case of WhatsApp me. I'll give you my number. And people are in it I've never met. And I made everybody an admin. And I just said, if you want to add anyone, add them in. So then so-and-so's girlfriend came in and so-and-so's daughter. We had 10-year-olds doing it. Some people were doing it on bikes. Some people were doing it running. Some people were just walking because they're carrying injuries. And then that was it. It's just a case of, I've set the group up, everyone's an admin, invite who you want. And then what happened was, halfway through the month, people wanted to do it, so we called it 50 in 15. So we almost had maybe 10 more people came in midway. And then all we're going to do is, and obviously if it's midway through the month, just get started, just get on the wagon. It's not real serious, it's not competitive. I won't say there's no professionals in there, because there's actually a couple of Ironmen who did it. But by far from it, the majority of us aren't competent runners, but everyone has really buzzed off it, and everyone deserves a pat on the back, because if you're not used to running and you go from 0 to 100k in a month, it is a big step up, and it is impressive.
And do you see this being, at the moment it's a WhatsApp group, do you see there's every opportunity here to somehow link in your podcast channel and then have whether that's a social media platform for this, or even then a website that links in your socials? You know, can you see that happening?
Yeah,
you're clearly onto something, right?
Yeah, definitely. So the Pandemonium as a platform is effectively a Facebook page, and all I was going to do was put, as I'm running, I'm checking my Spotify for songs that I like, and I'm thinking, that's a good song, that. Excuse me. I'm just going to post that song in the group that day. Feel good song. Or I might listen to a personal development video, post it in that day. And then what I'd like to happen is, lads, instead of all WhatsApping and no one can see it unless you're in the group, just post it on Pandemonium. Post it. It's just a bucket for good stuff. And there's no like exact science. It's called Pandemonium. So it's like, obviously it's relevant. Don't just put anything in there. It's all positive. It's let's get in shape. Let's support Rue. We're called the Rue Army. Let's support Paul for Brain. Let's support the business lockdown. Oh, I've just watched a good podcast. I'm putting a podcast in. That's a real good track, that. Dire Straits, Walk of Life. Get it in there. Alive, Empire of the Sun. Get it in there. Just one a day. Like what you guys are doing. You're doing these posts. Where would you go in a time machine? I wasn't thinking that till I saw that. I'm thinking, I like Thailand, but imagine Thailand 50 years ago. How cool would it have been when they didn't really know what an Englishman looked like?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was liking that, and then it took me. I started thinking, "Oh yeah, what would that be like?" And because you're just wondering what, and it wasn't just be about visually, but feeling how that feels. Because I know I think we were close. We were about 2 hours 43 minutes, and we're getting on like a house on fire when we had our extended 10-minute phone call. And then Alex throws in there, he's just like, my favourite country is Thailand. I was just like, oh God. And we're like, when it was just like, and when you don't think you can like someone more, and then you throw in that one, and we tapped into it a little bit, didn't we, in terms of Thailand?
Yeah, that was right at the end. But was that the longest 10-minute phone call you've ever had pre-podcast?
Well, do you know, I thought about this, and I thought, well, not only is it the longest pre-episode call by about, what was we were 2 hours 46 minutes. So I would suggest, I think it's about 2 hours, 30 minutes longer than the next one. And then I thought, actually, when have I had a longer 10-minute with anyone? I was just like, so you're definitely top 3, mate. Definitely top 3 in the history of 10-minute phone calls. For sure.
Number 1, so we need another 10-minute chat. But another funny story. I've built an office adjacent to my house. I've called it the Bat Cave. It is a Bat Cave because you wouldn't know it was there unless you was brought to it. And when you're brought to it, you've got a blindfold on, so you still don't know it's there. And then, like, I get you in, right? No, I ain't allowed access to any of my workers because I talk too much to them. So when they come in and they go, "What's going on?" I get chatting. So I'm actually banned from talking to anyone in the business. I live on my own or work on my own in the Bat Cave. And then when people like yourself get in touch, you know what happens. So I'm aware of this as part of my makeup, and I extracted myself from the situation.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Business Lockdown.
Please comment, like, share and subscribe to help build our global community.
We look forward to seeing you all soon.